my ankle is normally hurting. I can use it. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And I sleep like a baby on the pain medication. Just a little health update. Just another one. So I'm gonna draw a card because I need inspiration today. I really do. Just had so much fun recording yesterday. Um, along a video like about archetypal work, Mary Magdalene Feast Day, this little divine feminine movement that I love, but like some people are very unbalanced, and I really feel so much better. It's just I verbally um, discussed it a little bit for me and for people who are interested. And like actually, I'm very surprised how well my videos are doing. Actually, like yeah, I just shared a Sheen haul and then people found me because of the Sheen tag probably. And then yeah, they just continue dropping in, and I could start streaming, and it just went quite quickly. And there's one video that has 90,000 views, which is so fun. Also a little weird, but also I kind of don't mind it because I'm used to work in public, like with PR and marketing and social media, you know. So I'm very used to people getting to know my work. So I really don't take it very personally. I don't know. I don't feel like 90 people watched my face. You know what I mean? Just I don't know. It's not too crowded in the comments. People are always quite polite. I don't feel like I'm attracting a bad vibe, so I'm very chill at the moment. I did take my WhatsApp number down though because I've not expected that many people being interested in the profile. But I was hoping, and then I started with sound bath and meditation content, and then it kind of did get like just 20 views or so, and I was just frustrated and I stopped posting, and then I started a little bit streaming online, like just talking out 1 hour, 90 minutes, for later master classes, just getting to know and a little bit overcoming the inner blockages about showing up online. And then it became practice, just like asanas that I have a hard time. I repeat them, they become just repetitive practice, and I don't have constant burden to show up on the mat, and I don't have the constant burden to show up online now. So I don't mind it. I just hop online, and I actually have fun putting on little snippets that I thought people would like a little bit more over here, for like cooking. My pizza dough has 90,000 views. It's just a random live video, but people seem to be interested. I'm always making a nice cover and all, so it looks nice and neat. Um, so yeah, and I it does help me a little bit find my own way of how to mix together all of the beautiful things that my toolbox, my favorite tools in my toolbox for people. And then I'm always starting one topic and I'm ending with another, and then I realize sometimes while I'm talking with you guys um what I actually like, how I want to mix it. And then I have great workshop ideas, and I just keep this stream and continuing because of I got followers. I was a little bit trying to keep the practice going, and then I was thinking I am gonna cover topics, but on days like today I don't feel like covering topic because I made a really long video yesterday covering a long topic. So yeah, I just also love randomly streaming, and it's just so easy with this YouTube Live. It's really great tool. People can join live. They always comment too. Like they are rarely though I think my own followers. But it's fine. There are a few people that I already know, which I think is lovely, and I'm always getting very nice compliments and very uplifting. A few blessings people write even, and like most people are American. I have no European followers, or rarely any. American and South Americans. It is because I am streaming in English, probably. But I am doing this because it is meant my content is gonna be English mostly, and probably with the workbooks I'm gonna like with the regular with the chakra, you know, with the or like with pain, like getting wellness back into life after surgery or something like that. I'm gonna wanna write a little book about it too. That's definitely probably gonna be German too, and just make two versions and people can download. And but mostly online I'm gonna be English, and in circles I'm gonna talk the language that we need, probably lots of German. And yeah, it's actually supposed to be for a broad crowd, so I'm quite happy, and lots of men follow me because of the Sheen Hall, and I think it's great because if they get inspiration from my health, it's great because I know more women that know this stuff and like this stuff than men. So in any way, like if it's pizza dough, it's great. If it is archetypal work, it works for men too. You know, archetype of the warrior, archetype of the priest, archetype of the king. That's a very favorite thing for men. And you can use that for inspiration, for art. You can, if you kind of feel like small as a human, you can connect to your inner king, and then you rise to the level of this one king that you imagine, and then you can use more of your spiritual power in a way by working with this inspiration. And yeah, I like the crowd. It is quite a public place, and I don't mind it too much because I've been in so many workshops where people actually, they had 500 people that actually listened to the masterclass in the room, and like I realized it's not changing for that much, so I kind of stick to them. um, People obviously that did not invest in any video, they just liked and viewed a little bit. But like I don't think I need a more public version of me for this kind of content, because yeah, it's still meditation teacher content, you know. It's not like, if I would do vlogging, I would probably be showing up less, but I wanna bring a little bit of a mindset and lifestyle to people that I think works great in these times. And it's not too complicated, and like it's very understandable, and it's not super expensive. Like you don't need to train to be a Kundalini guru to have a balanced life, you know? And that can be very pricey because Kundalini teachings, they are pricey. And yeah, just a little bit always adding a little bit lifestyle inspirations. And that's how I think that the dresses go well and the cooking as well, because that's all also intentional lifestyle choices, like choosing healthy food. I'm choosing regular cooking because it's good for me. It's a good investment of time in myself. Like it's just a little bit like taking a bath every once in a while. I feel like I need to stand in the kitchen and cook my food. And I can always create what I need right now. Because if I'm on holiday and I eat out on a buffet or whatever, I start mostly noticing that my belly is not great, or like that's too much fat, or that was, I don't know. I'm always counterbalancing lots of fruit and all on any most of the vacations actually. But it's fine. It's just vacation time. I don't mind it. But like I prefer I prefer having my own food. But I can also like. I once had no kitchen as a child animator, in a hotel, and then I just ate salads from the local store and like whole grain bread and all of that. But it's also a little bit part of raw cooking, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Um. Also, good pasta salad is available in most stores, so I can do that. I love researching before I go on holiday. I love researching restaurants that resonate with me, having a little plan where the nice places are, where the coffee is gonna be found. And last time I forgot, but I will be checking for smoothies and shoes. But I did find some because I have on internet in Italy, so I found a shoe store. And then I always have a few places on my list, but I'm not liking religiously planning my holiday. Like I have a few things that I kind of wanna do, and then I sometimes skip them too. Like I do this in Vienna constantly because I don't live in Vienna, sadly. But anytime I make a big plan, I have like so many stores and coffees and restaurants to go to, and then I make it to two, and then I'm tired and I stay in the place of my sister or whatever. So yeah, it's just nice hanging out too. It's lovely. And Morena is a good crowd. I like. That's a city that I'm gonna love forever. It is the home of my grandma. It is a home to me. And but there are also other cities that I like. For example, I really like London. It's quite busy and crowded, but you can find very good life balance in London, I think, because you have lots of options. You don't need to know it all because nobody knows everything about London. And like a city that I don't like is Paris because yeah, it's the love city. That's not a love city because French people, they are never they don't live monogamous. Like they are just like lots of Southern Europeans. They are known for being a little bit loyal about that. So yeah, I don't like Paris, puppy. I don't like it. It's not that I like going there for a weekend. I can stay there for 5 days, but 7 days would already be too long. It's for me. It's a moody city. For me, it is so overcrowded, and then the Louvre that's also booming and so weirdly marketed as mega great city for like um for like tourists. Yeah, it's yeah, it's not a city that I resonate with, but I like other parts. I like the Provence. It's a beautiful place to stay. And I've been in Chamonix, that is like close to, it's like Alpine. It's still very different. Like Alpine area in France and Alpine area in Austria, that's 100% different life experience. So yeah, another city that I like is Berlin because I feel like they are very free people, like also in their mindset, and they allowed lots of great projects that I had trouble bringing into Austria, for example. And so they will have forever have lots of points in my heart. Yeah, they were very open minded with integration projects and all of that, so they are very up to a good standard, I feel like. And it's quite popular because you can go out, you can eat, you have lots of variations. But like Berlin is a little easier to get to know, but London is like wow, there is so booming. Like there are so many niches. There is little less control. Like Berlin kind of yeah, is open minded, but still like probably less explosive growth than in London. Like just at 1 year, for example, in a city like London, it brings so much shift and change. Like it will never get boring. Like I kind of don't want to live in there exactly. I would prefer to live close by. Maybe someplace closer to the ocean because I think that is an amazing life quality for the British Isles, especially that they get the fresh air from the ocean because that is so good for your lungs. The salt water ocean atmosphere is so healthy, and they don't have very cold winters, so it's an excellent life quality in British in the UK too. Another city that I love is Stockholm. It is full for me of stories and tales, and it reminds me of Astrid Lindgren. She's a Swedish author, and It is just a very safe place, also for women, for young women. I've been there with my sister. We've both been 20, around 20, and I had a lovely vacation, and it's very interesting and inspirational historical buildings, but it's not overcrowdedly marketed. Like, it's very authentic. It's like a culinary city. The connection to the ocean is so special over there too, and also they have more summer, for example, and then northern part. So that's definitely lovely if you wanna move to Sweden. Definitely do south of Sweden for beginners. That's enough because they have very cold winters, and you might want to like that because yeah, you might have cold after cold after cold if you cannot cope well with the cold or with the darkness. Like, it's like I think it's past depressive. It's just taking your life away. It sounds traumatic, but like half a year of lots of and mostly darkness. That's not so lovely. But Stockholm is so beautiful. Göteborg too, but Stockholm is for me more artful. So, yeah. My sister lived in Göteborg for 1.5 years, and she loved it. She loved it. She stayed half a year longer as an au pair at the time, because she really felt at home over there. And yeah, so beautiful in summer, but in winter, I would be crying. I'm always still complaining about Austrian winters that are not even that bad anymore, but this one was. So I'm a little bit wanna flee the next winter. And this already half of summer is already gone, and it was bullshit. My summer was absolute bullshit. But yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to draw a card actually, and then I was getting chatty about where I wanna go next. I wanna go to London. Oh, uh, without a big plan, just a smoothie bar in my hotel would be lovely. And I love self-checking hotels because I don't love this big, like, it's not so much my style, honestly. I don't love this big hotel atmosphere, and then I don't need the super pricey bar and all of that. I just want a nice home, clean, check in, a code, and I'm happy. Or like Airbnb. Like last time I think it was an Airbnb that had a code and they let me check in, and then had a very cool, nice room. I appreciate that. And yeah, that is that is restful for me. And then I can enter whenever I want to. Nobody is watching the clock on what time I come home or whatever, because there are hotels that do count that in as anonymous, and I don't want it. And actually, lots of people are very unhappy about jobs, in hotels, like cooks and service personnel, as well as the reception, as well as the cleaner. They don't really are happy. It's not a well regarded job, and they don't make much money, and it's still stressful for them and triggering, because the guest is always the king and they are always the servant, and that is indeed very exhausting. And that's why I just don't wanna stay in those kind of places. But I love Airbnbs. Like, I don't love Airbnbs that have a room in somebody's flat, because that would be couch surfing, and it's very pricey for that price. I could stay for free with couch surfing in London. You can stay for free, but I feel better when I have a restful place myself. I wanna close the door. I don't wanna, because yeah, it can be overwhelming in the city. Lots of influence, lots of things to learn, processing what you experience. Like, I'm an introvert, I'm internally processing, and so I kind of also sleep well on in my own separate hotel room, and not so much on somebody's couch. That's never, not even with friends. It's always more nice if it's just you have a room and you can sleep there, but on a couch, just in between people's rooms, you don't know whenever they get up, and like that's long time ago. I don't need to do that. I'm too old for that. I'm too old. So this is im Schatten wächst das Licht, in the shadow the light grows. I have no idea what the booklet says because that's a new card and I've never heard a card like that because that's a little bit more of a psychological deck. Like it's not so spiritual, but it's a soul guide, but it's not any lineage or whatever. It's just very interesting and very uplifting. Diese Karte lädt dich ein, genau dorthin zu blicken, wo du am liebsten wegsehen würdest, in die dunklen Räume deiner Seele, in die Schatten, die du verdrängt, verleugnet oder abgelehnt hast. Doch es gibt eine Wahrheit, die du nicht länger ignorieren kannst. Dein Licht kann nur in seiner vollen Kraft erstrahlen, wenn du bereit bist, deine Schatten zu umarmen. Dort, wo du glaubst, dich zu verlieren, findest du dich in der Wahrheit selbst. Wir sind alle Licht und Schatten. Light and shadow, you kind of hide parts of yourself in the shadows, and there is the truth that you cannot ignore, that you can only rise to your lightful potential while embracing your shadows. That's interesting. And the question is, which shadows in you do you disguise the most? And how do you see them in your everyday life as resonance? How is that coming up for you? Like that's typical psychological question. Like that is even like a therapy question. And where do you repeat patterns in your life that can trigger you the most? And the other question is, what would happen if you would stop fighting your shadow and instead have more sympathy with yourself? Oh, beautiful. That's coaching now. Great. That's a very good deck. I love the art. It's so beautiful. Like asking about the shadow, and then there's this beautiful light portal. Like just a little, a little incentive for thinking about and working around the questions, which is fun. The ritual is sit in a quiet room, close your eyes, and imagine your shadow standing in front of you. Look at it and ask, what do you want to show me? Allow the answer without judgment. Then write and journal. What did you recognize? And how do you wanna how can you integrate this answer into your everyday life? And the mantra is, I acknowledge my shadow as part of my path. In my shadows my light grows. I accept myself in my depth, in my truth, and in my wholeness. Oh, that's a beautiful shadow works card. That is probably for me for autumn. I'm already a little bit preparing now for what I want to do with my practice and spiritual routine, because I don't always do everything and throughout the year, but this is this really comes up. This really feels resonating. And then it is like you can do your shadow work before the winter time, because winter is more dark, and then you get a little bit more triggered by your frustration and your reaction to the cold. I don't know where you live, but like for example in Austria it can get very cold, and then that just triggers me. Like I'm getting more homey and cozy, and I want everything with candles and cuddly, because I hate the cold. I hate the cold. In my body, I love the warmth, but I hate the cold. And yeah, and then I just I prepare mindful with it, so I know how to work with the cold, and also just if I move 2 hours away, a little bit more south, I have a little bit more wild winter because there are no mountains. And yeah, that's that's what I a little bit think about on like these hurt ankle afternoons. And I just have like this big pot of coffee as companion and the beautiful life. And I'm very glad that people join. I know Martin, he is in my comments a lot. Nice to see you. And just hopped on a little bit for chatting. And I'm not covering anything very specific. I just feel like a little city trip today. Thank you, Martin. You're fantastic too. Thanks for watching and liking and commenting. And I'm gonna draw a card for you. I'm gonna do the Mists of Avalon. If you're fine. It's just with the left hand because that's supposed to be the intuitive hand. That's what I learned. Like I'm not. You got Branwen. That is a Celtic goddess. I don't know if you know her. That is her art. This is the Mist of Avalon deck by Rose and Sarah. That is available on Amazon and wherever if kind of somebody is resonating. This is about balance, letting go, support, and sacrifice. So it's a little bit showing up for yourself in a balanced way. That's what I'm feeling. Letting go of the past and support yourself in a big way. Show up for yourself. Don't ever fall into sacrifice because you really don't need to. Like that's what I see with this kind of card. The booklet has a few other insights about it too, but that's what I would say as an interpretation today. Balance, support, sacrifice, and letting go. You're magic. You're enchanted. Be the miracle being that you are. Like that kind of goes together with the shadow work card from the other deck. That's so beautiful. And ask Branwen for support to let go of what is binding you and keeping you prisoner. Release and let go of everything that no longer serves you. Find the magic within you to light a new path once you have unloaded everything that was weighing you down. Create a freer light body to walk you through your life journey by balancing your passion and your strength. The goddess Branwen appears when you are struggling to find your place in the world and are reluctant to ask for help. Whether it's heartbreak, sorrow, loss of hope, confidence, fear, or abandonment, Branwen's appearance in your reading inspires you to find within yourself the magic needed to overcome these dark times. Ask for Branwen to guide you, for she knows all about heartbreak and loss. Branwen was once a living Welsh queen who was wed to the High King of Ireland, but an insult on her wedding day brought war between Ireland and Wales. You may be feeling at war with yourself or others around you as you struggle to find your stride. When it seems that there is nothing more you can do to make a situation better, Branwen will show you the way, as does her white raven, whose name she holds. When Branwen was imprisoned, she trained a starling to talk and take a message to her brother, Bran, whose name means Black Raven. He came to rescue her only to be killed, causing Branwen to die of a broken heart. The card of Branwen highlights the duality of our nature, the yin and the yang. Cool, good card. She and her brother represent the two sides of us, the emotional and the logical. Both of these qualities are essential for you to merge in a central space to create a stronger you. Like, I'm all about that. Know that it is these challenges that make you stronger and cause you to find the inherent power to endure. I let go of the past and free myself to move on. That is a good card and a good addition to the shadow deck. So that's the card for you and anybody else resonating. I find cool that the cards work together so well. This is about yin and yang. The other one was about shadow and light, so a little bit more balance, a little bit inquisitiveness, and definitely positive outlook on the future. And yeah, that's a good start for the weekend, I think. So, thanks for joining my live.